Good morning. This is George Kahn, and this is today's Quiet Echo. There was a story going around last week about a boy up in Michigan, 12 years old, who built himself a small robot to save his language. The language is Anishinaabe. It is Ojibwe. Fewer than 10,000 people in this whole country still speak it, and the number goes down a little every year. The way these numbers only ever seem to go the one direction. The boy is named Holden, and he recorded his own voice right into the robot, so it could say hello in the old words and give its name and say where it was from. A child teaching a machine to remember what the grown-up world is busy forgetting. Now, the way the story got told, it was about the robot, the clever little fix, technology riding into the rescue, a whole language saved by a 7th grader with a soldering iron, and I will tell you, it is a good story told the usual way. But it is not the true one. And I know it is not because of what I watch happen at my own counter every single day in a language nobody is building any robot to save. My mother came to this country with almost nothing, and she opened this deli, and she ran the place in 2 languages at once. She took the orders in English, but the shop behind the counter, the real shop, ran in hers. The greeting when you walked in the door, the word for the good bread, the thing she would call you, not your name, the warm little words she kept for a regular she had decided she was going to keep. I grew up standing inside those words. They were the whole sound of the place. I still use a few of them, fewer than I used to. And here is the part the robot story walks straight past. The part I did not really understand myself until I was standing in the middle of it. A language does not die in a library. It does not die in a law or in some big final ceremony with the very last speaker. Number. A language dies at a counter. It dies in 1,000 small, ordinary little moments where 2 people who could have said the old word to each other reach for the easy one instead, because it is faster, because the line is long, because the English is right there, and the old word, well, it asks just a little bit more of you. And I will tell you something my mother knew, which I have only lately come to understand. The words you use for a person are how you hold on to them. When she called a regular by the warm little word instead of his name, she was telling him, quietly, "You are not a stranger here. You are one of mine. You cannot say it in a hurry. You cannot say it in the fast word. It only lives in the slow one." I have a handful of customers I could still greet in my mother's tongue right now, this morning. And we do not, mostly. We say good morning in English because it is 9 o'clock and there are 6 people in line behind them. And every single time we reach for the easy word, the old one gets a little bit lighter, a little further away, until one day I am going to reach for it and it will simply not be there anymore. And I will not even be able to tell you which morning it was I set it down. And here, right here, is why the boy in Michigan is not a technology story to me. He is the exact opposite of what I do every busy morning. He is a child who looked square at the easy road, with the whole English-speaking world standing there telling him it is fine, son, everybody understands you already, and he said no. And he sat down and did the slow and the hard and the completely unnecessary work of putting the old greeting somewhere it could not get lost. He made the remembering deliberate, because he understood at 12 the forgetting is the thing which just happens, all on its own, when you do nothing at all. And you do not need his language, or you do not need mine, to have this very thing sitting in your own family. Every last one of us is the keeper of a few words the next generation is just about to let go of. The name your grandmother had for the dish nobody ever wrote down. The phrase your father used for come here, for slow down, for I love you, without the danger of having to actually say it. They are all going the same way, at the same speed, for the very same reason. Nobody stole them. We just set them down, one easy morning at a time. The boy has handed me an assignment I never asked him for, and I am going to go ahead and hand it right along to you. Find the one word your own family is about to lose. The greeting, the pet name, the blessing, the word for the food. And then go and do the slow and the deliberate and the faintly embarrassing thing. Say it out loud to somebody younger than you. Write it down on paper. Teach it to some child who is going to think you a little strange for caring so much about it. Be the one who refuses the easy word. On purpose. Just this once. I am going to greet my very next regular in my mother's language. It is going to slow my line right down. And I am going to let it. because a 12-year-old just reminded this whole country of something. A language is not lost all at once. It is handed down or it is not. And the handing down, well, it was never once up to the robot. It was always up to us. The front porch is open. What is the one word your family is about to lose? Come and tell us. And if we get something wrong, tell us, and we will run the correction. The readers of the Cedar Valley News are gathering to share their stories and keep company with respect and no party lines. Come sit with us. I will put the link in the show notes. This is George Kahn, your host for today's Quiet Echo. Thanks for listening. Quiet Echo is part of the fictional Cedar Valley News series, written by Evan Swenson, publisher, and Claude Marshall, AI developmental editor. While the people and town of Cedar Valley are fictional, the boy and his work are real. Holden Hoy, a 12-year-old member of the Salt Tribe in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, built a small talking robot, recording his own voice to have it greet listeners in Anishinaabe, the Ojibwe language. He learned to build it through a nonprofit founded by Danielle Boyer, herself a member of the Salt Tribe, whose talking robots teach Native children their own languages. Fewer than 10,000 people in the United States speak Anishinaabe, and many Native American languages are endangered, some with only a few remaining speakers. The account was reported by National Public Radio in July of 2026.
You've been listening to the Cedar Valley News Podcast, where small-town voices meet the headlines shaping our world. From faith and family to front porches and fields. We'll be back with more stories connecting real lives to real events. Until next time, keep your porch light on, your faith strong, and your heart open. This is Cedar Valley News.